So welcome back to my channel. This is Gamer Dom, and this is our old friend ShootAndScoot, platooned up with Tralaland. Now they're both of them from my clan, Havoc 3, and they're both driving the KV5, the fantastic Russian Cave Troll, the Tier 8 premium heavy tank. A lot of discussions on the forums, if you read them, about this tank, because a couple of patches ago Wargaming, in their infinite wisdom, I use inverted commas strongly around that, decided to buff this tank. It already was a great premium tank, but for some unknown reason they decided to buff it. So the weak spots, which everybody knew about, which is the R2D2 on the front, let me have a look at that, there we go, that R2D2, and also the one beside it, used to be very easy to pen. They have since been significantly increased in armour, and they're very hard to pen now, which makes this tank even more brutal at receiving punishment than it was before. And it was before, it took a lot of punishment before. Anyway, we're on mines. It's a tier 8 game, so the guys have got really good matchup. Trala is in front, as is his wont. He has a habit of going balls deep right from the beginning. He either has a monstrous game or he dies very quickly. That's Trala's way of doing things. He's getting some shots on that Churchill, and Shoot's coming around the outside of him to try and provide some support. There's a tank up on the hill there, Tiger 2 up there. That's a bit more of a difficult proposition. Now the one thing this tank doesn't have is a very good gun. Oh, and he takes a big hit from the Tiger, over angled. The Tiger's up there on the right, and was able to pen him down through the side. Now he's turned back round again, got his stronger armour to face him, and the Tiger 2 bounced off him. Trala, true to form, is going straight in, not messing. Hellcat bounced off Shoot. Shoot hit the T69, which is a really good premium target to be aiming at, because that thing can unleash hell. They're pushing on. There's his team have lost the hill, which is never a great scenario to be in. There's the Tiger, nice shot into the side of the Tiger. Turns towards him, but it doesn't do him any good. The Tiger's got that big ass gun, and did some serious damage to Shoot. But both of these KV5s are now unloading on that Tiger, and he's in a real world of pain. That one didn't pen. Tiger's well angled now, but against both of them it's very and he's made a mistake. He turned. Tiger tried to make a run for it, I think, or maybe it was the FCM firing made him turn, but whatever, he just paid the price. And there's a Oni who's also side on. Now the standard gun on this KV5 would have a hell of a job penning the front of that Oni, but not side on. They take out the Churchill, but Shoot does take a big hit from the IS-3 in return. And there's an SU-152. Now that can do some damage to them, firing HE. But the guys are pushed right round, but his team are dying. It's 3 to 5, and even though they've pushed round, the enemy have the hill pretty well solidly. Nothing else is really supporting them apart from the FCM, who's way out there in the on the other side. Now I think Shoot's trying to shield Trala here. Trala's on 300 health, and he's doing a good teammate bit and trying to help him out. Bulldog's proximity spotting him from above. The Oni is now coming. Tries to hit one straight through the front of the turret, which is a good place to aim. He's loaded premium. He's going to need it against the Oni. Enemy is now convincingly winning this game. It's okay. It's 7. It's 4 plays 8. Trala's gone down. Death by Arty. You're never going to pen that way, matey. He put too much of an angle there. Bouncing shells left, right, and centre. Bounced one off the T69 and also the Hellcat, and I think the Oni's shot just hit him and tracked him, and he's aiming for the side of those little mini turrets. Oh, that wasn't so good. He got got a big hit from the Oni. Looks like the SU's trying to flank him. I mean, the secret with this thing now is just to keep moving it around, keep making sure that you're making it really hard for the enemy to pick out any kind of weak spots. The team's pulled it back. It's suddenly gone back to 7 to 8. Shoot's done 2,300 damage now. Nice shot on the SU. He's using Trawler as a shield. Dead Trawler is a useful thing. And I love the fact that he's using Trawler as a shield here. And the Hellcat's got no chance of penning him from the front like this. Absolutely no point. He might as well change to HE or just not bother firing. Wait until, there he goes, another bounce. And he's just giving Shoot more and more bounce. Oh, that was beautifully done. He managed to shove Trawler's body a little bit around so that he could get just enough of an angle to hit that front fake gun turret on the Oni. And now the team is actually winning. The AMX 50-100 has started to move down the other flank. The T-37's pushing up onto the hill. I think everything else that's left on the enemy team is, as Trawler pointed out, up at A4. So only this Oni left, and the rest of them are all up there on the hill. Looks like finally the Hellcats decided. No, I was going to say, looks like the Hellcats decided not to fire, so the T-69 fires. Shoot takes advantage of those new direction finders that you get with the since we had the new patch, and he was told roughly where that shot came from, and again from the Hellcat, and he's firing blind into those positions. I mean, it's fairly obvious where those tanks are likely to be, but you just don't know whether you're doing any damage. So now we've got the usual impasse. You've got a couple of TD, well, a TD and an autoloader up there. I think he's an autoloader, 69. Not entirely sure whether he is or isn't in this game, but they're both sitting up there in that sort of fortified enclosure at the top there. It's not as fortified as it once was when I first started to play this game. There was all sorts of rocks and what have you could hide up there, and basically the two teams just sat there and did nothing. Oh, and there's the Hellcat. Nice fire on the move. Oh, and he bounces the shot in return, and you see the wiggle he did. That's what you need to do in a. Oh, another beautiful shot on the move. T-69 hit him. So Shoot's doing exactly the right thing. Keep wiggling that tank, keep wiggling that armour, making it hard for them to get a clear shot on you. And you know, if you're lucky, when you flick the tank slightly, you put enough of an angle on that the shot bounces off. Now the E-25 gets Billy Big steps and moves in to try and get the cheap kill. Doesn't hit him. Can Shoot finish this T-69 off? I don't think he's going to. It's a shame. Oh, he can! Oh, very nice. And there is the artillery is the only thing left on the team. Can he push round? Don't think he's going to get this kill, but I said the same thing about the 69. He's into the cap. The RT knows he's coming. The RT's going to be loaded, waiting for that chance to do a little bit of damage before he dies. Shoot's got a lock, which is nice, but the RT's disappeared again. Will he get around? Will he get around and get a shot? Can he take a hit? He probably can't take a hit, but he can get enough of an angle there to track the. Now he can just work him over. One. Good night, Vienna. Really, really good game, Shoot. Very nice indeed. And we're used to seeing Shoot in the T-69 or another TD, but that was a really good game in the KV5. So finished up, unsurprisingly, with an ace tanker, Hand of God, duelist, fighter, fire for effect, shell-proof, cool-headed, steel wool, and high caliber. What a collection. And Shoot said to me the other night when we were playing, he said he hadn't played the KV5 for a long time, but after something like 300, something like that games, he'd never once got an ace tanker, but since the buff, and since he realised the tanker had a buff, he got like 4 ace tankers in the space of a couple of days. So clearly he's enjoying the new armour modifications on this thing, as I do. I think it's a fantastic tank. I love the KV5, and when you're platooned, it is just so much fun. You've seen a few of my premium slot games. They're often platooning up with a couple of KV5s because they're just so much fun. Get 3 of them in a platoon. Goodbye to enemy team, unless there is a lot of artillery, of course, in which case it's not so good. So Shoot finished top of the team, 3,577 damage, 5 kills, 1,351 base XP, plus that huge number of medals. Trala still got 2,000 damage, no kills, 766, which is a pretty good game. He won't be happy with it, but it was still a pretty good game. ShootAndScoot blocked a massive 5,420 damage in that. There were shots pinging off everywhere. He fired 25 shots, hit with 21, so probably a few of those blind shots into the woods there, into the trees, must have hit. Well, maybe they didn't, I don't know. Maybe he didn't fire as many blind shots as I thought he did. Look at that, just noticed he took 10 hits. He bounced 10 shots from the Hellcat. Well, 2 were non-penetrating hits and the 8 were blocked. 2,000 of that 5,000 damage alone was from that Hellcat. That Hellcat should just have saved his shells. It was just pointless. He was never going to pen the KV5 from the front. So Shoot took 27 hits, 5 of which penned, 22 of which did not. Wow. He got 109,000 credits. Fired a good few rounds and probably a couple of premiums. Still made a very nice profit of 66,044 credits. Very, very nice game. If he hadn't even been running a premium, he still would have made just shy of 30,000 credits in a non-premium account in a premium tank. Given the fact it's a premium, it also generates some really good experience for the crew. 2,433, and it wasn't a ×2 or anything, so very nice game. Again, if he hadn't been running premium, 1,621. So nice game in the KV5, and as I said, he suddenly rediscovered this tank since its buff, and we got another KV5 game to show, just to show how much he's enjoyed. So here we are again in the KV5 platoon. ShootAndScoot and Trala this time are on steps, which is not the best environment for the KV5, even though you know, a lot of the Russian battles in the Second World War took place in open rolling plains. It's not ideal for this tank. It prefers a much more close confined situation. There is one artillery on the enemy team, and it's a good one. It's one of those Lorraine 155 50s, which are pretty mean artilleries. And you can see the guys are obviously debating whether to go down the heavy side or whether to go down the medium side. Medium side traditionally is the 8-9 line, although I have to say increasingly I'm enjoying going that way, because the other side, the heavy line, it's called 1-2 line, tends to be it tends to be of a slugfest, and it's really tough to use mobility of tanks to get the full advantage out of the guns. And you can see the guys are dithering a bit. There are a couple of tanks moving up, so they'll get a good indication of what they're going to be facing over there. There's a pair of Tiger 1s, and also is that an IS? I can't quite see. IS standard or an IS3? IS. Okay, so a couple of lower tier tanks. They're obviously top tier. It's a tier 8 game. They've got nice matchmaking. It looks like the bulk of the enemy team have gone down the 890 line, as have the bulk of their team. So it's going to be an interesting fight. There's a lot of heavies on ShootAndScoot's team. His team have got more heavies than the enemy team, but both teams are very, very heavy dominated, which allows them both to, you know, to take full advantage of going where they want to on the map. Oftentimes you kind of get sort of forced to do the obvious obvious position of your type of vehicle. So, you know, on Redshire, if you don't go down the 9-0 line, then you're a complete, you know, idiot and you're in a heavy, that sort of thing. But when you're lower tier, or when there aren't many, oh, they bounced the Oni, he bounced the Oni and missed the Oni in return. When there's lots of heavies, or when you're not quite top tier, you can have a bit more flexibility to go pretty much wherever you like, and that's what ShootAndScoot and Trala have done. Trala has been rather bold, shall we say. Nice ram kill. Nice ram kill. You can see Trala was up there on the hill. Now I think this game, in fairness, came before the one we just saw, and apparently Shoot said that Trala hadn't realised that the oh, nice shot, hadn't realised that the KV5 had been buffed, and thought that he was completely invincible and drove up onto the hill there and just got absolutely shat on. Nice shot into the Oni's. He's got the thing about the Oni's boobies. He had the one in the last game. He's firing premium, but I'm not surprised. He has to, really. He's lost his gunner, but he needs to repair that, because mind you, it doesn't seem to be affecting his accuracy, frankly. He's hitting those boobies quite easy. Now he's used a repair kit. The Oni is pulling back because he doesn't like the pounding he's getting. Aiming for that booby. Yeah, nice job. Now the boobies on the OI are not actually weak spots. Oni, sorry, I keep saying OI. On the Oni are not actually weak spots, but they do provide a bit more of a flat surface, which is what's good with firing at them. So Shoot's pushing on. There's a Sturm Meal ahead of him. He's still got premium. I wonder whether he realises that. Probably not. Probably just didn't want to read. I think he was aiming to have a shot at the Jag Panther, but Jag Panther pulled back. So it was a good shot on the Sturm Meal. We'll get a reload before he can. Yeah, that was a bit silly by the Sturm Meal. He obviously didn't realise how quickly the KV actually reloads. Nice bounce off the Jag Panther and nice shot in return. Jag Panther's decided he doesn't like this and is making a run for the cover, and Shoot's just going to keep pushing around. However, his team is being absolutely mauled. 5-10. Shoot's had a great game again, but his team have not. Jag Panther survived that hit, but was tracked, and for some reason did not take the shot. Oh, that was unfortunate. Left him on 3 hit points. But the Jag Panther's not going anywhere. Nicely done. So 6 plays 11. There's a Type 64 coming to play. Shoot takes him down. So it's 7 plays 11. But the enemy are capping. There's a KV5 who's gone all the way to Shoot's base, and I can sort of understand. KV5 is not the most nimble tank in the world. Oh, and there's artillery. There is our friend in the artillery. Oink oink. Missed him. Didn't lead the shot, but the SU didn't miss. Now there's 2 enemy tanks in the cap, which is really disappointing. There is a Tiger 1 coming home. Probably going to regret this. Tiger 1. Yeah, first shot, bang, straight into him. And Shoot's just going for him, ramming him. Does another 240 ramming. Another shot straight into his front. And the Tiger 1 just can't cope with a KV5. It's just not a fair fight at all. So he's down. We've only got 7 seconds left. The game is pretty much over, but Shoot's going to take as much damage as he can. Oh, unlucky. Bounced off the WZ. I think he was actually aiming for the FCM, but managed to, the WZ managed to get in the way. One of the tanks has come off the cap, but the other one's still there. That's probably the KV5. And Shoot and the Tiger 1 are all that's left. All that's left. There's a Tiger. Oh, that's that. Black Prince coming down the middle. Shoot's going to have a go at him. He bounces yet another shot. He's bouncing shots all over the place, but you know he's not going to win because the enemy are continuing to cap. Nice bit of angling from the Black Prince there. Tiger 1's down. Shoot is going to have a chance to survive before the game comes to an end. Can he get one more kill before it's all over? No, he can't. And that's it. The game finishes. Disappointing, really. I bet the enemy team were saying, don't cap, don't cap, don't cap. You can't tell anymore because of course you can't see enemy chat, but since the new patch. But nice game, and ShootAndScoot did all the right things. It's just his team crumbled on the right hand side, and it's frustrating when you see the team lemming one way, and they did largely. There was what, 4 tanks on Shoot's side. Everything else went the other way, and they lost. And I never understand that. Well, the lemming train always dies. Almost always dies. Anyway, so let's have a look at the results. So it was an ace tanker in defeat, which in itself is quite an achievement. He got bruiser, he got duelist, he got fire for effect, he got shell proof, he got steel wall, he got high caliber, and he got a top gun. I didn't even realise he got a top gun. So hell of a set of medals there. Finished up, unsurprisingly, top of the team by a long way. Look at that, 917 base XP. The second player, which was that Tiger 1, had 386, so a monstrously good game. He did 4,586 damage and 6 kills on a defeat. I mean, a fantastic result. Troller, okay, you were just learning, mate. I know, but you know, noob. 24 shots fired by ShootAndScoot, 23 of which hit, 17 penned for that 4,500 damage. He took 16 shots in return, 3 of which only penetrated, and 13 bounced for that 3,400 damage. So not quite as much damage blocked, but a lot more given out. He made a whopping 788. Sorry, I lost my glasses. I got the spares. I can't read. 788 experience credits even. He also got 10,800, which will be for courageous resistance because he did so well and his team did so poorly. Fired a bit of premium. Well, you'll be forgiven for that in that kind of matchup. 90,000 profit, 90,884 profit. Wow. Even if he hadn't been running a premium, still would have made just shy of 48,000. Monstrously good game. 1,375 experience, lots of bonuses, gave him 2,494, and that's all on losses. So 90,000 credits and nearly 2,500 experience on a loss. Really good game. So there you go. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like. If you're sick of seeing the same people sending me videos, then send me one instead. Contact details below, but just upload it to World of Tanks replay site. Send me the link to that game to my email, which is gamerdom13@gmail.com. Just a little description of why you think it's a real corker of a game and why I should feature it. And I promise to have a look at it. I'll look at all the games people send me, and if I think it's going to be a good one for the channel, or it fits in with other videos that I'm showing, I will certainly feature it. So get off your asses and send them in. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this. If you did, just say click like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Subscriber numbers are growing very rapidly, which is fantastic. It makes me feel really good, but I can never have enough of those, so please do it if you haven't already done so. And enjoy your games, have fun. I'll see you again soon, but just make sure you have a laugh. It's a game, for goodness sake. It's not real. Enjoy yourselves, have fun, and yeah, I'll see you again with another video very soon. Gamerdom out.